my name's Paul Grogan and welcome to the Madeira Expansion video. Over the next few minutes I'm going to be explaining what you get in the Madeira Expansion and a general overview of how it all works. This video is really designed for people who already know how to play the base game, and if you don't, then I'm afraid a lot of what I'm going to be saying here won't make much sense. But thankfully I've done a tutorial and playthrough video on the base game, so if you're completely new to Madeira and want to learn how to play, you can check out that video first and then return here later on. The expansion contains 4 different modules, each of which adds new challenges to your game. You can use any of them individually or combine 2 or more modules together, even playing with all 4 if you're up for it. The designers consider these modules as an evolution of the design of the game rather than simply just an expansion. Before I go over the expansion content, I will tell you about one slight change to the rules for the base game. During the setup of the game, you now place your initial 2 workers on the board after the characters have been placed and after the dice have been rolled. This allows you to evaluate the situation better at the start of the game before making the crucial decision about where your workers start. And now I'll talk about the 4 modules one by one. A new beginning is, as its name suggests, a change to the setup of the game which changes what each player begins the game with. During setup, randomly place the setup tiles like this: king tiles, settlement tiles, farming tiles and ship tiles. Randomly place one of the base game starting crown request tiles on each of the king's tiles. And then in turn order, players first choose a ship tile, and then in order of the numbers on the ship tiles, players choose a farming tile. This means that you might want to give up on the ship that you wanted in order to go first on grabbing the farm tile, if it suits your strategy better. And you do a similar thing for the settlement tiles and the king tiles. Maybe you want to choose a lower numbered settlement, so you have the first choice of the king tile. Your ship tile tells you where you place your workers in the regions and the cities at the start of the game and how many start in the city watch. The farming tiles determine your starting goods and your position on the windmill. Your settlement tile gives you bread, money and/or starting workers. Some of them also give a certain amount of pirates. And the king tiles give you a crown's request and determines the initial turn order for the start of the game. This module contains a new set of cards, and you play one of these cards at the start of a round to give you additional benefits. During setup, the cards are divided into piles based on their type. Each player gets one of the colony cards at random, but then the other cards are drafted so that each player begins the game with 1 card of each type. Then, at the start of each round, you choose one of your cards and play it face up in front of you. Each card depicts a requirement, a reward that will be applied if the requirement is met, and in which phase it will be applied. For example, for this card, the requirement is having 1 worker in Region 1. The reward is the ability to discard any type of good when sending ships to the market. And the phases in which the reward could be taken are B and C. These new cards make for a more tactical round, as you need to decide which is the best card to use in the current round. And also, due to the requirements on the cards, you'll need to shift your focus from one region to another each round, making the game more dynamic. With the new king's demands, you must perform better for the king to recognise your value. This module contains 30 new crown request tiles, divided into 5 types. These are used instead of the ones from the base game. As usual, each player will start with one of these, and the rest of them will be placed on the guild board at random at the start of the game. The Wealth of the Nation tiles allow you to spend the depicted amount of money to earn points. This one, for example, gives you 9 points for each region where you have at least 3 workers. The Market Routes tiles earns you points for your ships in the markets. For example, this one gives you points for up to 3 of your ships in the market, but not in the wheat market, as depicted here. However, you may also spend 2 wheat to gain 5 points. The Expedition tiles earn you points for your ships in the colonies. This one gives you 7 pirates when you take it, but you can score up to 3 of your ships anywhere in the colonies, plus an extra 2 points per ship. The Influence of the Guild tiles earns you points for your guild favours. This one allows you to select up to 4 of your face-up guild favours of either red, green or blue and score 5 points for each. And finally, the Urbanisation tiles. These score you points based on your presence in the cities. This one allows you to score 4 points each for up to 6 of your workers in the cities, but you must spend 1 good for each worker. As in the base game, these tiles are the main way that you will score points, but they are now more specific and more challenging. Each one of them is unique, so choosing the right tile at the right time or denying a tile to your opponent certainly introduces another element of competition into the game. This module replaces the 5 characters from the base game with new ones, giving you the opportunity to expand faster and settle more. There are new ways to interact with the characters, and it increases the amount of player interaction. However, power and wealth attract more pirates. Whenever you place a die onto a character and you want to perform the character action, you place it on one of the bonus slots. And in addition to performing the main action, you also perform the bonus according to the slot you chose. If you choose to perform the harvest action, there is no bonus. You just place your die on the character picture. And if you place a pirate die, you also do not get a bonus. The new Corsair die works like a pirate die, except that once it's placed on a character, the bonus slots are blocked for the rest of that round, and you get to discard a pirate when you use it. I won't cover all of the bonuses of the characters here, but just a few of them deserve a mention. One bonus of the mayor is to move the new pirate citizen to another city. You get 2 of whatever that city normally produces, and during Phase D, all players gain 1 pirate for each worker they have in the city with the pirate citizen. Similarly, a bonus of the commander is to move the pirate ship. You get 1 good from the location, and then during Phase D, all players get 1 pirate for each ship they have at that colony. One of the steward's bonuses is to gain a protection token, which can protect you from taking pirates at certain times in the game. And the Guildmaster has a bonus that allows you to take a Dark Guild tile, which can be discarded at the start of your turn to use the ability of one of your face-down guild favours. Of course, each bonus slot on a character can only be taken once during the round, so what if someone takes the bonus you really want before it's your turn? Or what if somebody else places the Corsair die on the character before you can use any of the bonuses? The tension level in the game just went up a notch. I hope you found this video useful in learning a bit about the Madeira Expansion. For more information, please check out the Kickstarter page, which I will link to in the show notes below. Thank you very much to Watch Your Game for helping me make this video, and also to all of my Patreon supporters that help keep the channel going. Until next time, take care, and thanks for watching. Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.